got it, girl.
Damn. Did you get the rabbit? I did.
You smoked it.
Pull.
Oh, yes. Hey, everybody. My family and I, we enjoy doing sporting clays, ski trap. I usually use an over-under Beretta. I bought this Benelli Montefeltro for my boy and my daughter. They like the semi-auto. It's a lower end of the higher end guns, but it's actually, I'm very impressed with it. Very light. The wood is very beautiful. Nice checkering. Everything about this is just sleek. I actually enjoy using it also, but I do prefer over-under when I'm shooting sporting clay. I do a lot more sporting clay than anything else. But my kids like this. I enjoy going to the range with them. So I'm trying to make them happy also. So I want to clean it up for them. And this is a breakdown on how I break it down and give it a good cleaning. Make sure it's clear. I always have the action back. Take the retaining spring nut off. Get under a little pressure. Get that spring on it. Slide the forearm off. Set that to the side. Slide the barrel off. Set that to the side. It does have a plug here. You can take the plug out. For the action, that's your action release there. First, I'll make sure the gun's all safe. Action release. Now this thing, this bolt handle has always been a little hard to get out. I just take a string or something on my rag, whatever. Just loop it, pull it out. I can never get my fingers grabbing on it. They slip right off. And I slide the bolt out. Set it aside. Now once a year, I'll break this down. I'll take the buttstock off. And there's because right here you have a spring. Because it's an inertia-driven system. So there's a spring here. And it slides back and pushes against the spring and pushes back forward. But I only know where to break it down. Once a year, I'll take the stock off, open it up, clean it out. But I did take the trigger mechanism out. Up on something. A little punch. Slide that out. It lands one pin. And here it comes out. This way you can easily get to everything, clean it out. I just wipe this down. Good thing you keep it all safe so you don't accidentally discharge the hammer. Wipe it clean. And I'll put some pressure on the hammer. Take the safe off. I'll let the hammer release. Make sure it looks clean. And I'll put oil on like where the hinge is for the hammer. The carriage hinge. You got a plunger right here. A little bit of oil on the plunger. A bit of oil on the spring. You got a little plunger back here also. That's pretty much it. I'll work the hammer, keep pressure on it. I'll put like it's a little bit of grease where the hammer catches. Not much, just a tiny bit, and I kind of almost like wipe it off a little bit. That's it. I'll put that aside. Clean this up a little bit. I'll wipe out the inside. The whole point of taking out the trigger mechanism makes it a lot easier to get in there. Nice and clean. And I put a little bit of grease on the rails. The bolt slides on. Both sides, just flip it around. Not too much, just a little bit. Don't have to go crazy. Back side. I'll work on the bolt. You get your firing pin here. You have your retainer bolt right here. Your firing pin, you push that in, pull this out. You got a little pressure, spring tension here, so I just don't want to go flying. But hey, take the firing pin out, the spring out. You flip it upside down. This retaining lug for the head, it will fall right out, and you pull the head out. Yeah, just wipe everything down clean. You do have a inertia spring in here. This is the drive spring for the inertia system, I believe. Wipe everything clean. Make sure there's tractor and everything's moving freely, nice and clean. Nothing underneath it. I'll give this stuff a little quick spray of little CLP. On the inside. So, a couple Q-tips. Just spray it here a little bit, clean this out. Got a little crud in there. Good enough. Wipe everything down again with a nice oily rag. I put a little bit of oil on the firing pin. Working it by hand. Same as the firing pin spring. Inertia spring. Oops, let me know. And on the head, I put it on the outside. Working it with my fingers. Not too much. And same with this retaining lug. And put it back together. Slide the head in. You put the lug in, there's a little notch, little line on top, has to be facing forwards, same direction as the firing pin, or the firing pin will never go in it. Almost forgot one thing. Almost forgot the spring. Just put the firing pin on the spring on the firing pin. Should slide right in. And you put the retaining plug in for the firing pin. There you go. That's it. Like I said, I put a little bit of grease. This is where it rides in the rails. Not too much, just a little bit. So some people just use oil. It's little, I don't put that many rounds through it. So I do a lot of cleaning every time. To me, I enjoy the maintenance as much as taking it to the range. Everyone's different. Let's clean the barrel quick. Not really much in there. Spray everything down, put the spray inside. Get everything in the head part. Just run a bore snake through it. So if it's really dirty, I actually use cleaning rod and patches, so it's not very dirty. Let's see. We'll do it one more time. Should be good. The barrel itself will wipe down. I always take my chokes out. I never want them to seize up in it. You do get powder residue get us underneath. That's all from underneath the choke. I think my boy is shooting this. Got a little loose on him. Gotta tighten it down. That's probably why I got a little underneath. Clean out where the threads are at. overtime. We'll get all cleaned up. And after that, I'll run another snake through it. After I put my chuck back in. I don't want to run it with on top of the threads. We'll clear everything out with a cloth. That's good. So let's wipe down. A little bit of grease on the threads. Not too much. A quick look at down the barrel. Looks clean, but I'm going to run a snake right through it real quick. And again, I'll spray a little CLP. That should be it for the barrel. Looks nice and clean. Alright, now to put it all back together. Start with the trigger assembly. There's a little lever up here inside, you got to pull it up a little bit. It slides a lot easier. And locks in place. Here a little snap. Once it locks in place, it just pops in. There's a little quick spray. Lined up. Yep. There you go. Pops right in. After your action, it's a little tricky. You gotta slide it in. And like I said, that end has to go down. There's a spring there. Just fold down into it. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get in there. There you go. What I do is I put the little handle back on, slide it back. Give it a wipe down. Put the plug back in. Barrel will wipe down. Yep. Slide the forearm back on. That's it. That's the Benelli. Montefeltro. couple times to be sure everything's moved up. The excess grease, just wipe it off. Well, time to put back in the safe. Until next time. This is the one my kids like to use. They're actually better than me. They have younger eyes. Yes, I actually enjoy taking them to the range. As I said, we normally do more sport and clay. Have a lot of fun at it. Well, I said this is my Benelli, Montefeltro. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy having it. Thanks for watching.